The final dungeon is so long and difficult, you almost always run out of healing spells. Unless you have like 2 white mages, maybe. Warrior of Light Ladik. Warrior. The other guys, I don't know what they were doing. They didn't bring enough swords. I should be making way more 8-bit theater jokes, actually. Like, I haven't even mentioned sword chucks once, and I should totally be doing that. Let's buy a couple houses. What these are, essentially, are full heals out on the road. And I don't need money much, so let's buy a few of those. Alright, so we now have... I almost maxed out on healing potions. We got lots of pure potions, a fair number of houses, and I actually have some tents too, but I don't think they sell them here. Yeah. $272 damage. I think that's a new record. And to answer your questions, we probably could survive the power penis now. Well, I can. I don't know about you guys. But, mobile home in a different way, yeah. If only it was that easy to buy houses in the real world. 3,000 gil? Oh, that's just a couple giants. I'll be right back. I used to take the other route around, following the continent around, rather than sailing straight across the ocean like this. I was dumb. This way is way faster. Oops, don't fight these guys. You'll also notice as we level up... Oh, I went wave tour. Oh, I went the wrong way. Oops. As we get to a higher level, the monsters will actually start to run away from us, which is pretty cool. I think if we were able to use a skill like Throw Rock with all of our strength, we'd actually probably be pretty dangerous in this game. Alright, buy a few tents. Mobile saving units. They don't heal enough to be worth anything other than saves, basically. They should just call them mobile saves. If you're wondering, they heal 30 HP to the whole party. Basically, 1 heal potion to everyone. You can only use it on the world map. There we go, got the rhythm. Alright, that's probably enough. Yep. Alright, let's go to the next dungeon. We're about an hour and a half into the stream. I'd say I'm nearly halfway through the game. The hard part is the beginning. Once you're... Well, we've got one more really hard dungeon, but we've got a little ways to go before that. The next dungeon's pretty easy. I'll even explore the next dungeon thoroughly, unlike what I normally would do. Just because I know I've been running through them very quickly so far, so I'll have a look around this one to show it off. Or I'll die. Ah, freaking geists. This is the worst part. This is totally the worst part. If I don't stand up pretty soon, I'm just going to reset it. Oh, I stand up, and then I got paralyzed again, instantly. I get it. Let's try that again. If you're wondering, I just hit the reset key. Because the game is being dumb. I'm just going to perma-stun lock you. It's not fun. Alright, this, in a second, is the Earth Cave. Good idea to save before you go in. So, looks like a big complicated maze, right? You'll notice we're fighting cobras, the same thing we fought over by Crescent Lake, except only 2 or 3 at a time. Much easier than Crescent Lake. You don't have to go in this room. I just went into this room because I want to challenge myself. And a level up doesn't hurt. So, when I first played this game, here's your story time, I thought this was the boss of the dungeon. We came here to kill the Earth Fiend. This monster is called Earth. Now, it's actually an Earth Elemental, technically. But it is really strong. It has like 370 HP, give or take. 300 and something. The boss of the cavern, the boss of the Earth Cave, has 400 HP. So it's pretty darn close. Of course, it may have looked a little bit easy because we did 2 critical hits in a row and just squished it. But normally it causes much more trouble than that. Also, if you notice there, if a monster dies or runs away that you have targeted before you do your action, you just waste your turn. They fixed that by Final Fantasy III. But not in Final Fantasy II. I'm talking NES 3. Okay, so to the right is the stairs to the next floor, but there are a couple more treasure rooms down here. Unfortunately, you don't get very much good treasure in the Earth Cave. I believe... yeah, that's another Earth Elemental here. It's a specific tile that he spawns on. They tend to put those in both Earth Elementals, Fire Elementals, Water Elementals. They put them in front of chests to guard treasure, even if the treasure is garbage. Also, you cannot run away from Elementals. If you or maybe Wind, but I think... well, Fire and Earth for sure, you cannot run away, period. I think you can run away from Wind, but I'm not... actually, maybe you can't. It's been a long time. Oh, look, another one. One of these days, he's going to crit me for like 150 damage, and then you'll know. You can also level grind off of them. You get pretty good experience, and you can fight them every 2 steps, basically, which makes pretty good for grinding. And they give you pretty good experience for one fight, one enemy. I used to do, like, when I didn't want to do just a normal run of this game, I would like to do a an all 4 of the same class type run. But eventually I outgrew those and started doing just single class of the same runs. I sort of wanted to do a challenge to see if it was possible for me to win it with all single type classes. It actually wasn't that hard. So, the other really good place to level grind, not this, but there's a little loop here to the left. Every step will have a battle with giants in it, or iguanas, or some combination of them. So, this is also a very common area to level grind in, no matter what party you're doing. No matter how the party's going. But you could just take a step here. 2,000 experience, take a step here, another 2,000 experience. It works out pretty well. Well, keeping in mind that with 4 party members it would be 500 experience because you only get your share. Anyway, we're not going to do that right now. Let's heal up, and let's go in there and kill a certain vampire that ruined the town of Melmond. Okay, so now we have to fight with the bats to get through. They love to block your path. It's probably the worst part of this dungeon, actually. And it is pretty mazy. The coral sword is garbage, in case you're wondering. I think it's supposed to be extra effective against water monsters, but as I said earlier, that stuff doesn't work. I suppose if you're playing the remake on the Game Boy Advance, it might work for that, but I still wouldn't waste my time. Oh yes, this floor, this is the 3rd floor of the Earth Cave. You probably shouldn't mess around on this one. The mummies aren't the problem. The cockatrices are. There's also random wizard fights, like the boss from the Marsh Cave, and you cannot run from those, so that's dangerous. But yeah, what will get me killed here is the cockatrice. The freaking birds, man. If Fella was here, he would know. Or this. This might do it. Oh, man. I'm so close to the end of this area. Come on, get away. Dang it, not even close. You need to, like, stand up, not get paralyzed, get your action, and run before they get a turn to paralyze you again. It's terrible. Come on, Blue. Do it. Okay, we managed to escape. You waste more heal potions on those fights than the strongest of monsters. Okay, don't mess around on this level. I remember, don't mess around. There is interesting stuff in some of the rooms, like money and sellable loot, but just forget it. Just focus on what counts. Eyes on the prize. I might throw down a save state here, because we could literally just get murdered here anytime. Yeah, like that could do it. Okay, we escaped again. A little bit lucky. This is the vampire. No one can defeat him. Now, he did do 100 damage. I give him credit for that, but he doesn't have enough HP. He's not even as strong as the Earth Elementals. Alright, and for that, we get a ruby. What's the ruby for, you ask? Well, there's a certain titan, giant thing, that will not let us through a cave unless we give him something. And he seems to like precious gems. Come on, don't let these guys slow you down. There we go. I feel like we're getting better at running away. As we're becoming a more experienced adventurer, running from battles is no longer quite the challenge. It's no longer quite as much of a challenge, anyway. I always feel bad, in regards to the chat again. I always prefer hockey, ice hockey specifically, to other sports for entertainment value. But I also am, like, I don't have a circle of friends that really pay attention to it around here anymore. I used to, but at the moment where I live, I just don't have a group of people. And if you're not keeping on top of the hockey teams up here, it's really easy to just forget about it. You know, you have to have people to talk to about the local team and why they suck this year. And if you can't do that, then it's kind of boring watching it on your own. Too many gargoyles, we just run. It's not that we couldn't kill them all, it just takes too long. Alright, successfully completed phase 1, and with no save stating or anything, so that was a good legit run. I was a little bit worried with all the geists, and we managed to not fight any cockatrices, which was the real win. In case you're wondering, they can turn you to stone, which just instantly kills you, so it's not very nice. So, this guy. This guy wants the ruby. We give him the ruby, he lets us through. So we fought our first tigers. They're pretty scary. By scary, I mean... Well, they're stronger than ogres, I guess. I remember when I was young, the tigers were a tough fight, but they were good because you got lots of experience out of them. Of course, we're pretty strong, so... It's surprisingly easy to run through this part of the game. This is how I remembered the solo fighter. Once you got through that initial hump, you just murder everything. So we've made it to a strange cave with another old man who gives us his rod. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. The man is named Sarda. He is apparently a sage or some such. And then we die. Oh, look at our running skills. We are like professional runners. Anyway, what he gave us was the rod. Literally just a rod. And if you... Well, if we looked around, right after we killed the vampire, there was a plate on the ground. And we weren't able to... you wouldn't have been able to get past it. The rod will open it up for us. I should keep an eye on my accuracy here. 74%. I can get 79% with the silver sword, but I think I need 90% for the next to get the 4 times multiplier. So don't worry about that, really. Our HP is almost halfway to the max. Pretty awesome. Okay, let's do this. This time, we're going for gold. Hopefully I've got enough heal potions to max myself out before we get to the end. As we're playing the old school RPGs, there are no save spots before big bosses now. And that makes it... Well, I don't know if we'll win for sure. The Earth Fiend isn't that tough as the fighter, but we'll see. There's going to be a small... It won't be like Astos anyway. Astos had the instant death attack, and we ended up trying like 20 times in a row until we got lucky. That's not how this one will work. This is more of a... I think it has slow, which is pretty rough. If it doesn't use slow, and it just sticks to like Fire 2 and Ice 2, then we might be okay. It only has 400 HP, which isn't that much. I'm sure most of you have caught on, but my strategy is lots of enemies, run away. Small number of enemies, just kill them all and get the money. Oh, run, run. Get out, get out, get out. Okay, whew. 6 death birds. Actually, there are literally death birds later on. Those are just stoner birds. And we managed to not get killed, so that's a little bit lucky. That's definitely a little bit lucky there. I've had many a solo run murdered by birds. Alright, we escaped the Geists again. We're just going to have to keep dealing with them for a long time. So you sent something evil. So basically, use your rod. And the plate is gone. I don't believe on this floor we have to worry about cockatrices, but I forget. I know the random encounters change every level, every floor a little bit. I forget exactly what we're going to run into. There's one treasure room up here, which we might as well pick up. The wizards. You can't run from these no matter what, so you have to kill them. Okay, I remember this room. There is a wizard ogre right here. He's good for level grinding too, because he's pretty easy to kill. And he gives you good XP. There's more wizard ogres in front of this one. There's often, I think the way the designers set it up is there's almost, they usually put those monster encounter tiles right below a chest. That's how they run it. Oh, sphinxes, this is another important encounter. I think these guys can turn you to stone, and I can't run from them, so I need to get lucky and just kill them. Alright, good. They're not as bad as the birds, because there's only 2. Whereas you can get like 9 birds at once. And I fought them again, because I forgot they were on this tile as well. Maybe they don't turn you to stone very regularly, I don't know. I don't know what the odds are. I'm pretty sure they can, though. I got myself a level up. Okay, we're fighting a lot of tough battles. Continue my ice hockey story? There really isn't much more to it, Shinga, other than that I used to watch it a lot when I had friends that watched it. And the Canucks is my local team, Vancouver Canucks. And they tend to suck. So, in fact, interesting note, a few years back, they made it to the Stanley Cup, which if you're not in North America, you might have heard of. I don't know. It's just the NHL's you win. They made it to the, not the Cup, well, they made it to the last round of the Stanley Cup playoffs, I guess. Which is all nice, except that they lost. And the town had a huge riot, like, seriously huge riot. Like, the city was closed off all night, and there was damages, like all kinds of business owners, shops were busted up and stuff was stolen. It's pretty exciting. So basically, if you're a hockey fan out here, you're really a hockey fan. I think I just got killed by Stunlock. I think I put a save in when I started this floor though, so I might make it through. But I think what's happened is, like I said, every now and then they nail you with the permastun. Oh no, that was not the permastun. Just bad luck. Alright, good. I didn't reset it, so he survived. That'll cost me like 20 more heals or something, but 10 more heals probably. Alright, we just gotta make it across this floor, and then the next floor has the boss. We're almost there. Alright, yeah, this is the last floor for sure. There's actually some really rare monsters on this encounter that on this floor that you'll almost never fight. I think they're like silver oozes or something like that. I think this is the only floor in the game that you can find them on. Or they're not silver, they're some color of ooze. You can only fight them here, and they're really, really rare, so you'll probably never see them. Anyway, this is our first orb. I'm actually going to put a save state down before the fight, just so that if something goes wrong, I don't want to have to walk through the entire dungeon, because that's just takes too long. If you were playing it on a proper console, you would have to just take your chances and hope you win, and if you lose, do it all over. But this way, if I do lose, I can either run away and level grind up a bit, or I can just try again. So, the Lich, Fiend of Earth. The alternate version of him that will fight again later has the nuke spell, which is pretty cool. The most damaging spell in the game. He doesn't have it though, not this version. 165, that's a good start. 106, that's another. So we did 260 damage or something? 360 damage, he's dead. Yeah, he only has 400, so he went down real quick. Not a problem. Little animation, and bam, we've got an orb healed up. And that's it. That was not hard at all, actually. I was expecting that to be much harder. Much stiffer and elongated. Tigers run from us, as is proper. All things flee before us. So now we could go talk to people at Melmond, and they'd be all happy that we stopped the earth from rotting and yada yada yada. Ninsy-pansy stuff. You guys don't really want to hear it. They're just all, yay, you're the Light Warriors. Yay, you saved us. Thank you. They don't give us their daughters or anything. I only need one daughter with this party, too. So anyway, once you're finished that, now is when you're supposed to go to Crescent Lake. And there's really nowhere else to go anyway. I'll put a save tent in just in case. Trolls and Bulls. Yes, that was the Chrono Trigger music. We're saving that one for another day. The actual game. Another centipede that we one-shot. Those guys, like I think I said the first time I fought one, they actually have a lot of HP. The fact that we can one-shot them is amazing. Alright, so now we go talk to the old men. And they give us the goods. Let's see if I remember which one it is. I think it's second from the front on the left. Nope. Left. Second on the right. No. Nope. 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 Pretty sure... Maybe one of them gave me already. Maybe I have to talk to them twice. Say what? Is there a hidden quest switch that I skipped? Hold on a second. What did I miss? I didn't really talk to anyone on this playthrough. What did I forget to do? I'm confused. This never happens. It's been a long time since I've played this game, but there's nowhere else I can go without the canoe. I wonder if I actually have to talk to someone in a different town before you come here. Lucan, blah blah blah. Yeah, I need to go stop the fire fiend. As you restore orbs, they reveal more secrets. That's how it's supposed to work. What the heck is going on? Maybe it doesn't show up in your inventory. It doesn't. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. I thought it showed up. See, I was looking for it here because I thought it said canoe. I got a canoe. I can canoe it all day. I can canoodle. So, earlier on, we were talking about whether or not I should go to the ice cave. I'm feeling pretty confident. I think maybe we should give it a shot. The ice cave... Basically, at this point in the game, there's two things you can do. You can either go to the fire cave like they told you and fight the fire fiend and then go to the ice cave. Or you can go to the ice cave first, which unlocks the rest of the map, and do whatever you want before you go fight the fire fiend. The ice cave does unlock a lot of really good loot and gear and armor and stuff, and it will make the rest of the game a lot easier if I do it. But it's a very difficult cave, and it's likely we'll just die and it will not work out, but we can try it a couple times. Alright, we got maxed out on heal potions. I wasn't paying attention. Alright, let's I think I've decided. Let's try the ice cave at least a couple times and see how difficult it is. If I can't get anywhere near the end of it, then I will save it for later. But I will try. I mean, I'm only level 20. That's not much. Even for a full party, that's fairly low for the ice cave. Or maybe average, but point is, we're just a solo fighter. The path to get there is around the side here.